All right, guys, how's it going? Before I get into this exclusive, I need you to know that I will be live on here tonight at 6:30 p.m. UK time. Also, I have recorded an episode of the Cop Talk podcast today. It is back. Look, I've got my fancy new microphone in it. It's smart, isn't it? Ooh, look, it's green. Ooh, it's red and all. It wants to be smart and all for 333 fucking you. Do you know I'm a dickhead sometimes? There's nothing wrong with that microphone, to be honest with you, but I always want to be the best, because guess what? Don't knows best. That's right. So the podcast is back. I've uploaded a video. It's got the links in it. If you want to go and listen to it, it's completely free. If you want to listen to today's episode, it's supported by advertising, obviously. And if you want to support the podcast, get the ad-free episodes. All the information is over there. So that's the two things that I wanted to tell you. So in this video, we are going to be looking at this exclusive. That's right. Hooligan soccer. Hooligan soccer. Have you ever heard of that? It started appearing recently, this website, being promoted by Indie. So some people would assume that Indie is being paid to drive some traffic to this website. Now, if you do not know about the reputation of a website, whether you should believe a website, you know, when it says exclusive and all that, right? And you think, oh, I've never been to this website. But I have this little bit of advice for you, right? And I've been here for almost 3 decades, right? The more ads, the more bullshit, right? Trust me. And there is a lot of, oh, look, they're all ads, right? So you can get the picture already, yeah? So we already know it's going to be a load of shite. Well, it's indie, innit? Of course it's going to be a load of shit. But nevertheless, we need to know what's being claimed, because you might hear this somewhere and then at least you can go, Chubbs told me about that earlier. I know where that's come from, all right? So, Hooligan Soccer, shit name for a website, to be honest with you. Arne Slot's next move. There you go, published on February 9th, it says here. So it must have been last night. So, shall we have a look? Arne Slot's next move. Out of his fucking office and home, I hope. Right, listen to how this starts. I'm not going to read the entire thing to you. I'm going to quickly go through it, give my opinion, and then I'm going to get Dave to analyse it. Dave is my AI assistant that's been trained for well over a year now to analyse exclusives and even credible reporting, you know, by the main journals and that. And the journals that write them, the Twitter twats that write them. And basically we have a log of everything any journalist says that we review on here, including, of course, Indie, who isn't a journalist, by the way, just pretends to be one. A team of journalists and all that. God, there's some fucking thickos around. Right, here we go. Our Anfield Whisperers have delivered some concerning news. Hello, I'm an Anfield Whisperer. I've got a delivery for you. Could you come to the door and say, I'd love to be a delivery man, hey, wouldn't you? Do you not think? Do you know what I mean? There must be a few women come out with 90 and all that and pop one out and that. Do you know what I reckon? Do you reckon they ever get a bit? The delivery driver? Or do you reckon they ain't got much time? Well, that won't matter to me. I'd be all right. Anyway, our Anfield Whisperers have delivered some concerning news regarding the status of Gaffer Arne Slot. We're told... No, you are. Did you hear an echo? I thought I heard me door. Oh, I need to stop that advert down there. We're getting into trouble with some copyright infringement or something. What was I saying? Some disturbing news. We're told the Dutchman is unhappy with his current status at Liverpool. Not as unhappy as we fucking are. And will be reviewing his options in the coming weeks. Now, see, that's just written, I think, to get people angry. As if Arne Slot sat there going, do you know what, I'm unhappy with things here. I think I'm going to review what I want to do. Right, then we got a little thing. So he's going to review his options in the coming weeks. Then we got like a little sub-headline, if you like, a slow burn. This situation has been a long time brewing. The Dutch tactician. I told you he sounds like Brendan Rodgers. Was tasked with filling the colossal void left by Jurgen Klopp. That's to get everyone on side that loves Jurgen, do you know what I mean? His Feyenoord pedigree. It's your pedigree. Feyenoord pedigree. You like pedigree chum, don't you? Right, I need to do my video, Remy. Let me do it. Promise high-pressing, fluid football what he terms an evolution of Liverpool's game, not a revolution. Oh, shut up, Indy. Get to the point. Right, talks about what he did in his first season. There's a quote there where he said, "We're building something special." That's what he said. But those good vibes and winning glow have proved fleeting. Right, so it goes on here. Oh, listen to this shite. The 2025 transfer window saw Slot clashing with the FSG executive board, and in particular, sporting director Richard Hughes. See that? I think it should be sued for saying that, mate. I do. It should say allegedly, or rumours, claim, or whatever. But he's stating that as a fact. I'd be careful if I was you, Indy. You might have to be putting some more hours in at KFC, fella. Right, let's have a look. Right, first of all, right, that's, if you remember rightly, let me think, I want to make sure I'm saying the right thing now, you know what I'm saying? If you remember rightly, Indy allegedly published an article on another platform, another website, claiming that there was it civil war between Richard? What a load of shite. All right. So anyway, he's claiming here that Slot has clashed with the FSG executive board, and in particular, sporting director Richard Hughes. Okay. In closed session, Hughes reportedly, oh yeah, that's a disclaimer that these fuckers use, reportedly. It's like, oh, I didn't say it. Reportedly responded to Slot's demands. We can't splash like the old days. Shut up, silly cunt. Listen, right? Where's this reported? I bet the reportedly is one of his own previous reports. Anyway, it goes on here. What else have we got? A temporary win. Ultimately, given the club's record signings and massive investment, you would think Slot won that battle. The club broke their own transfers. We know all this. A harsh reality check. Despite Liverpool's explosive start to the season, winning their opening six, there was trouble brewing. Goes on, blah-de, fucking blah. Where Slot stands. Slot is just over halfway into his 3-year contract. Oh, fuck with that. Initial extension discussions that were floated after lifting the trophy have stalled. And he hasn't commented publicly on his status. But our folks, F-O-L-K-S, folks, our folks inside the Liverpool system inform us that all is not well. Who believes this shite? Some of you fuckers stumbling on my channel believe this shite, don't you? Oh, my days. Slot is also reportedly disillusioned. Not as fucking disillusioned as me, my friend. He believes that his style of play would be better suited to a continental side, such as Bayern Munich or Real Madrid. Indy wrote that, man. He was howling when he wrote that. And I'm sure he got paid for that, man. The guy's a genius. He also believes that leaving under his own terms would give him better opportunities and he might exercise that option. Shut up, silly cunt. Right, okay, let's get straight. Oh, this is a good one, man. I like it. I love stuff like this, guys, honest. Let me just chill your brow. You cover me in dog hairs. Who or what is hooligan soccer? This is over to Dave now. Dave says hooligan soccer is a soccer media site that positions itself as opinionated, fan-oriented coverage for a US audience. It claims to be part of a wider network called the Hooligan Sports Network and produces articles on leagues from around the world. The site is very new. Domain registration data indicates it was created around July 22nd, 2024. This is important, right? That bit of detail is important because it backs up my theory that this is a website tries to raise its profile. And you can have Indy write as many stupid exclusives if you want, but your website's shite. It really is. Right, okay. So it's been running for less than 2 years and it's still building traffic and authority. Trust and longevity metrics suggest a poor trust score and a domain with limited established credibility. There's no widely recognised journalistic history, editorial reputation or established track record outside basic content categories. In other words, this is not an established credible football news outlet. It's a newly launched site trying to carve out space on the internet, likely through volume engagement bait and hot take headlines. Now, I'm sure you all know who Indy is. If you don't, at the end of the video, I will get Dave to explain to you. So Dave is telling us what hooligan soccer is about. And that's the first time I've read that. I didn't know this about this website. I've seen him did post shit on there recently. And I clocked it, I was like, well, what a load of shite that is, you know what I mean? But there you go. The article, so Arne Slot's next move, what it actually says, right? It claims Arne Slot is unhappy at Liverpool. He's clashed with sporting director Hughes over transfers. I don't believe that one bit. He's disillusioned and considering his options. Is he? Fuck. He might prefer Bayern Munich or Real Madrid. He might. Boom, boom. Extension talks have stalled. And we're told these things by our folks inside the Liverpool system. It sounds like old folks, doesn't it? That's literally the content. There's no name source, no timeline, no club confirmation, and no agent statements. In short, if you replaced Indy's name with anonymous fan 123, the article would read exactly the same. Headline versus reality, do they match? This is part of the training that Dave has been subjected to. So he checks, does the headline actually match the content? So the headline, Arne Slot's next move, right? Headline, Arne Slot unhappy, reviewing his options, potentially eyeing other clubs. The article content is a narrative stitched together from known broad transfer trends, vague internal friction ideas, which I'm sure originate from Indy on another website, replays of old speculation and generic managerial commentary. There's nothing exclusive or new in the article. There's no evidence of actual contact with Bayern or Real, no direct quotes from Slot, Hughes or advisors, club statements or contracts changing. It is exactly the sort of thing any fan could fire off after a couple of poor results, or sherbets, I would say. But because it's wrapped in exclusive language, it masquerades as insider info. So does the headline match the content? No. The headline promises insight and source depth. The article delivers a speculation dressed up as narrative. Okay. Major red flags that this is not journalism, not that we fucking need this pointing out to us, but let's go. Here's where it really falls apart. Number one, zero verifiable sourcing. Our Anfield whisperers. Psst, something to tell you. Open the door, got to hear three. Folks inside the Liverpool system. No identities, no name contacts, no roles. This is classic vague source padding. Real reporting names, sources, or at least gives context. Real reporting names, sources, or at least gives context. Saying, our sources say with no track record is just narrative filler. Repeated cliches recycled. The idea that Slot is unhappy or had transfer disagreements has been a fan discussion piece for months. Not a freshly unearthed scoop. Not about being unhappy, but there's been claims of transfer disagreements. But guess who they came from, allegedly. Indy's article weaves into that storyline without any tangible connection. Circular narrative, huge segments rehash Slot's debut season and generic results. That's padding, not exclusive insight. If this were real journalism, those paragraphs would be replaced with quotes, dates, or new information. Instead, it reads like a Wikipedia page with a byline. Hypothetical language everywhere. Lines like reportedly disillusioned, believes his style would be better suited. He might exercise that option. All are hedges, useful in opinion pieces. Poison is something claiming to be an exclusive. An exclusive should give you something specific, sourced and verifiable. This gives you feelings, mood music and wish lists. Will you chill your brow? Thank you. Outlet context matters. Hooligan Soccer, owned by Banger Media LLC, this sounds like a professional organisation, is essentially a content aggregator and opinion site, not an investigative sports journalism outfit with deep reporting sources, resources. This matters because they republish ITK-style pieces as exclusives. They mix editorial opinion with supposed sourcing, and they lack accountability, structures, editors, corrections, named reporters. That's why a tweet phrase like exclusive gets turned into an article. It's not real exclusive reporting, it's clickbait gloss on regurgitated ideas. I'd love to know how much he got paid for that, allegedly, never said it from me. What did you say, Dave? Oh, Dave said, I wonder how much that fucker got paid, Dunk. Can't sue a computer. All right. So, this article is a masterpiece of nothingness, masquerading as an inside hit. There's zero new information that hasn't already been discussed, often in more credible places, and nothing that could be proven right or wrong. If you handed this to a mate in a pub and said, have a read, this is inside info, they'd look at you like you'd handed them a menu from a takeaway shop that's only selling chips. This is what happens when a new website wants traffic. An ITK social account wants eyeballs. And gullible readers see any mention of big clubs and go weak at the knees. The sources in this piece are so anonymous, nebulous and untraceable that nothing in here can ever be tested. That's the definition of useless reporting. And here's the real worrying part. It's not just kids falling for this. Grown adults are retweeting it like it's a fax from the boardroom. That's alarming. People are literally taking non-information as insider truth because the packaging says exclusive. This is exactly the sort of nonsense that thrives on wishful thinking, a lack of media literacy and herd behaviour. If this were a dog walking past, the only thing it's fetching is a laugh. So in summary, Hooligan Soccer looks like a new soccer media outlet with limited credibility. It's got indie on there, so we know that, no look about it. And a very fresh domain history. What indie posted there is not exclusive, not source, not actionable, just a string of speculative assertions dressed up as insight. This isn't reporting, it's athletic conjecture in prose form. Absolutely brutal, yes, and honestly necessary. So, who is Indy? You must know who Indy is, fuck's sake. Well, if you're not on X, you're a very intelligent, very sensible person. So Indy Kaela runs a large ITK-style football account primarily on X and regularly posts so-called exclusives about Liverpool and other major clubs. He also writes articles for low-barrier football sites like Court Offside and now newer outlets such as Hooligan Soccer. He is not a journalist, not club affiliated and not linked to any recognised news organisations with a verifiable reporting structure. He doesn't attend press briefings. Yeah, but I wouldn't. I fucking couldn't be arsed. Doesn't break stories alongside established reporters and doesn't provide named sources or documentation. What he does provide is volume, how his content works. Indy specialises in vague claims. We understand, the sources say. Uncheckable statements, agent was handed details, player unhappy. Conditional language, might, could, when called. Timing-free predictions, no dates and no deadlines. Narratives built from already public speculation. This allows him to never be definitely wrong. If something happens later, he tweets the old post as proof he was right. And if nothing happens, the claim quietly disappears into the timeline. It's the broken clock method of football reporting, make enough noise and eventually something overlaps with reality. Why do people fall for it, Dunk? His account has effectively become a cult ITK feed. Mostly younger fans, casual supporters and people who want reassurance that big things are happening. The language is designed to feel insider-ish without ever committing to specifics. Add emojis, dramatic phrasing and repeated use of exclusive. And it creates urgency where none exists. That's why his content spreads, not because it's accurate, because it's emotionally satisfying and people are thick as fuck. His relationship with media, supporters often claim that mainstream journalists respect or endorse him. They don't. At best, established journalists occasionally interact with his posts for engagement or amusement. They certainly do not build stories off his reporting. He is not treated as a peer, he's treated as background noise. In plain terms, Indy Kaela is a social media showman, not a newsbreaker. He packages obvious trends, public speculation and guesswork as exclusives and relies on ambiguity, repetition, and audience vulnerability. If he ever produced something genuinely specific, sourced and verifiable, it would stand out immediately because it would break the pattern. So far, that hasn't happened. That's not personal. That's just how his output reads when you actually examine it. I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that. I did, honest. It is good. Yeah. Arne Slot sat there, oh man, thinking, oh, I reckon I could do better at Real Madrid or Bayern. But you see, what happens is some fit cunt will read that, right? And then they'll get angry because they want Slot out. And they'll go on social media going, can you believe Arne Slot thinks that Real Madrid be better at Real than with us? Because some people are really, really thick. They are. They're totally thick. Anyway, it's been a while since we've done an exclusive. I miss them, mate. I like them. I love going through them. I love Dave getting stuck in. He's mint, isn't he? All right, now I'll leave it with you. All right, I'll see you later. If you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. All right. There's a suit. What's it called? The love. Actually, I haven't done any videos today. I can't remember my grift. What's my script? There's a love out of the video called the Super Thanks. If you'd like to support my channel, I always give a shout out to everyone that does that the next day on the morning briefing. You can join the channel if you want to join your squad. You get a nice little football next to your name and it tells everyone you're cool as fuck. All right. And in the comments section, not the comment section, the video description. In the video description, you will find 3 links to alternative methods of supporting me, basically. I think I just spat them. All right, Revolut is my beer kitty. I'm not going out on Saturday, but I'm going out on Friday, and it's empty. All right, so there you go, guys. I'll leave that one with you. Don't forget, live stream at 6:30 UK this evening. I think I've got a mail stand coming up for channel members, and you're going to like it. Well, I don't know if you're going to like it. You're going to find it interesting. Oh, God, you're being very clingy. You're like a bloody woman, you are. You're like a woman. Women have uses, though. Well, yeah, and a bacon sandwich every now and then. What? What's wrong with you? You're going to start barking, aren't you? You're going to start barking. I know you are. Right. I'll be back at 6:30, and so will Remy. But he won't be with me for very long, because I reckon he's going to get kicked out or kicked in teeth. What was I going to say to you guys? Oh, yeah, I've got mail stand stuff coming up. And for channel members, if you listen to the Cop Talk podcast today, there is a mail stand one on there for you. What was it about? It was about Alonso, Hughes, meeting something. I don't know. Oh, Dave did a breakdown of it. I got Dave to break it down. He weren't impressed. That didn't come as a surprise, does it? Right, guys, see you in a bit.